Hello. Hi, you guys. Welcome in. Welcome to today. Another beautiful day in the Pacific Northwest. We've got rolling, overcasted, gray skies with low clouds. Typical November day here. So it's a little warmer today than I think it was yesterday. I think it's about 40 degrees. So cool. That's exciting. We are in the waning moon phase with the new super moon in Scorpio on the 15th. So coming up. This is the third super moon in a row. So the energy is going to be intense. This is like an opportunity to really do some deep, profound work on getting clear. You know, some realizations are coming to fruition here. So this is the opportunity to set some intentions on what these realizations are that are coming to the surface. We also have Mars still in retrograde until the 13th. So Mars is currently widely aspected to Pluto and Venus, which may bring a little extra drama and pressure on our relationships. With this intense Scorpio energy combined with the Pluto and Mars energy, we also need to be really mindful of not letting our shadow sides take over when we do feel some pressure or extra intensity or drama for my mama. It's common to experience, moments of anger or frustration or upset, but it's really important, when we are experiencing that, we have to be ruthless or dominate or try and have some sense of control in order to get what we want accomplished or to get ahead, if you will. But it's really important not to judge ourselves for normal human feelings, but to be responsible. And also really be proud of ourselves when we're not acting on these intense feelings, really dialing it back and taking responsibility for, where we're at on our journey, and, not to start to beat ourselves up when we experience whatever upset, frustration, anger that comes to the surface, because there are a lot of these planetary aspects going on right now, and as we continue to shift and change through the rest of this year, that is going to continue to be at the forefront of what we're energetically experiencing. So mindfulness, breath work, creating the space to really have some hermit mode energy going on. So really, we're in still a global pandemic, even though we are moving through some energies related to how things have been communicated to us from a governmental perspective. And there is some hope here on the horizon around vaccination related to this pandemic. It's important that we still continue to do our part. Stay home, only go out when necessary, and wear your mask everywhere. This isn't a political statement. This is about the health of humanity. So if the one thing that you can do is to actually wear a mask to prevent the spread of this disease, do that. It's also really important to be conscientious of what is going on in the world around us and how things are unfolding, so that we know how to navigate this energy, so that we know how to be in our own power, in our own spaces related to all these things. So, where are you on your journey? What is it that, Spirit wants to drop in to your psyche, into your space through your crown chakra, so that your third eye can see, how should you be aligning yourself right now? And that mindfulness is related to what is actually going on around us. So all that being said, you guys, Lots of energies going on. Lots of things. I hope everybody is staying grounded and doing the work and breathing through it. Creating a space for meditation, you know, doing stuff to take care of our physical health. Make sure you're getting your movement in, going for walks, doing your exercises, whatever that might look like. Right, Bug? Bug is not the happiest walker. Part of it is that I walk really fast and he can't keep up. So it's like a dog drag versus a dog walk. So what I find myself doing at times is carrying him, which he also doesn't enjoy. His little legs, they can run. He's a little sprinter, but he needs to be able to create the space for himself to be able to do that. So that goes for everybody. Create the space to keep yourself healthy. Make sure you know where your limits are. Push yourself when necessary. Be mindful. Yes, Buggy Bear, yes. Okay, so where are we at, folks? Where are we at on the journey? Ooh, delight. Integration. Divine masculine. All right, you guys. Strong, focused, and active side, allowing it to express itself while helping us bring our dreams and ideas into form with kindness and wisdom. Okay, here you guys go. This is brilliant. Yeah, this is all about being active, like actively creating, actively focusing, actively being a listener, communicator, showing up, doing the work. This is about showing up and doing the work so that you can integrate all the things, all the light and the dark sides, the light and the shadow. This is like really when you're doing the work and you're bringing all the things together. You're integrating them. So the frequency of the divine masculine supports our strong, focused, and active side, allowing it to express itself while helping us to bring our dreams and ideas into form with kindness and wisdom. The frequency of delight supports our capacity to create and experience feelings of intense joy and happiness. The more delight we feel, the more delight we evoke in others. And the frequency of integration supports our embrace of every aspect of ourselves, allowing what we perceive as positive and what we perceive as negative to harmonize and balance in a balanced symphony of life. Okay, so this is exactly what I was just talking about with this moon. With this Mars aspecting Pluto and Venus energy. It's like being mindful of how, when under pressure or in an experience of intensity, we don't wrong ourselves for feeling upset, frustration, anger. But we are responsible for being able to integrate that energy into a space that harmonizes not only that side of ourselves, but also the side of ourselves that can emanate joy and happiness. And really leaning in to the energy that activates us to show up and do this work. This is about showing up and doing the work. It's about actually looking at all sides of ourselves to integrate them into a harmonizing space. Because, it's completely normal to experience upset and frustration and anger. That's a completely normal thing. It's actually important so that you're not just living in this sort of utopia. The reality is that we're going to experience all kinds of varying degrees of feelings and emotions depending on what day of the week it is, depending on where the moon is, depending on where the planets are. That's reality. It's also really important to be mindful of how you experience that for yourself and project that into the world. Are you clear about what are your shadow sides? Oh my God, the tower just came out. All right, there you go. Tower moment, baby. Things are changing. Upheaval is here. There is change on the horizon. right here, right now, baby. This is probably happening. And if it hasn't happened, you're kind of going through it. There is a major shift and change in terms of energy with reality. And how are you handling that? How is everybody handling these changes? Let's see where we're going with this. I'm going to keep that Tower. 3 of Swords. Oof. 9 of Cups. 3 of Pentacles. 8 of Cups. Queen of Swords. 10 of Cups. 7 of Cups. 8 of Pentacles. Queen of Cups. 5 of Swords. Ace of Swords. Wow. 9 of Swords. Fool. King of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. All right, you guys. Well, all right, you guys. There is some energy of trying to work something out where there has been some hurt, some deceit, some third party energy, where there has been you are currently in this space of feeling heartbreak, loss, letdown, disappointment. Something has ended. And now you're finally understanding what needs to be healed. And the opportunity is for you to work things out here for yourself so that you can move forward. You know, it's like this is the opportunity to really cleanse, you know, whatever hurt has been in your space. This will really give you the opportunity to use this as a catalyst to move forward. Because you're really manifesting some positive, beautiful things. 10 of Cups here. You're really standing in a space of manifestation. And there's probably a lot of confusion because you might not necessarily be able to see that right now because you're still reeling from some hurt, from some experience of disappointment and loss. And by using that to catalyze you forward, you're going to get really clear. No more bullshit. No more baloney. For yourself. No, you're clear about what you're willing to, where your threshold is. What is it that, where is it that you are now at in terms of what energy will you be aligning yourself with? Because I think what you're doing right now is you're really doing the work. You're really doing the work and you're showing up. That's what this is all about. Leaning in, showing up, doing the work. Looking at the side, looking at all aspects of yourself, at all sides of yourself. Where are you in low vibration? What kind of energy have you been aligning yourself with that has been counterintuitive to what you're manifesting? So if what you're manifesting is abundance and, you know, in terms of like a healthy life, but how you've been operating is keeping you stuck in a particular dynamic, is counterintuitive to manifesting that abundance. So what do you have to let go of in order to move forward, to heal yourself, to manifest? So this Queen of Swords is here to tell you Spirit is saying no more bullshit. And to keep doing the work to see what that actually looks like. Because you're moving into this very nurturing, loving space. And, you know, by getting really clear and having very, you know, firm positioning for yourself will help you get clear about what energy are you gonna bring into your space. Moving out of the confusion of what am I doing, where am I going, whatever it is that's been confusing to you, that has kept you from moving forward. You're moving out of that. You're continuing to work on yourself. And, you know, like, you got to really be honest with yourself. Like, at what cost do you have, at what price to your peace of mind, at what cost do you need to get ahead? Again, more of this shadow side, this intense Scorpio, Pluto, Mars energy. Like, at what cost? What price is your freedom? How much is your freedom worth for you, to you? You know, it's like you have certain things you have. At what is the price of a shiny object? What is the price of, you know, escaping? How much does that really cost you to get ahead? To run, I mean, you know, what are you doing to actually get what you want? And at what cost? Because that I think there is some hope that you're going to move forward. You know, that you're very hopeful that things are going to fall into place and you're going to move through this journey. There's also some fear. At what cost do you get ahead? Or what loss? I think there's something here about really the outcome card in the outcome space is the Ace of Swords. So the clarity, there's a new opportunity for some truth and clarity for you to get really grounded in that space so that you can move forward. Seeing yourself, getting really clear for yourself about what direction you're headed in. Because what I got here was the Fool and King and Queen of Pentacles. There's something coming into union here. There's some energetic collaboration on the horizon here, where you're coming into this balanced, stable, nurturing place for yourself. And you might be making yourself you might be having difficulty seeing that because you're stuck in a mindset that has been disillusioned. You might be wronging yourself. You might be, you might not see what you're doing to actually work through things. That is what you need. That is where Spirit is directing you right now. Looking at how you do actually get ahead and how there's some disillusionment in that action, and that it might actually be manipulative, and like might for right. It's like, you know, like I used to have a pastry shop, and I wasn't as privy to the impact that I was actually having on the planet in terms of not, neutralizing my carbon footprint and the waste. If you have a business, there's a lot of waste. And I was actually exploiting cows to pay my bills. And if what I stand for is equality, and what I studied in university was social justice, do animals not count? Does speciesism not matter? And at what cost do I continue to get what I want in order to advance myself? I use that as an example. You can make that look like anything you want. I was doing social justice work before I had my pastry shop. I was going into universities and schools and teaching people about how to undo institutional oppression, particularly around racism and sexism, and looking at, all sorts of varying degrees of policies that prevent people from upward mobility. And I wasn't there wasn't a whole lot of financial incentive to do that work. But what I was actually doing was planting seeds to advance the conversation. If I were doing work that was helping people who I was teaching this work to, like, going into corporations, tech companies, if I were actually being compensated the way that the people I was teaching this to were being compensated, it would make it right. But I wasn't. So at what cost do you do your work, and for what, how are you moving yourself forward in order to get what you want? And at what cost does that have on you, but also the world around us? So that was the other thing. This is really the energy that is being brought to fruition right now, is all about how conscientious are you of what is going on in the world around you, and how do you have an impact on that? How does what you're doing affect that in order for you to have gain? So this is really about looking at how you might be experiencing some difficulty right now, and actually how you need to work that out by integrating all aspects of yourself that might be really difficult to look at, and being really responsible and honest with yourself about that bullshit. Okay? So is it consumerism, overindulging? Is it, whatever it is that you're doing, get responsible for yourself and really see the impact that has on you, the impact that has on things around you and in the collective, and conscientious of the world around you. So as we kind of navigate through this energy, don't be hard on yourself. Just take responsibility for it. When I started to learn about what dairy cows actually go through, when I started looking at it, investing in my own cows and my business, that's when I became clear about what is actually going on with animal agriculture. And it took me years to be able to unravel that. I didn't wake up the next day and say, oh my God, I'm going to be vegan. But I woke up like, what the fuck am I doing? In order to pay my bills, people suffer. People are suffering. Animals are suffering. The people that are suffering are you and I, because when I say suffering, if you're living in blind ignorance, that's a suffering space, because you don't know. And you're suffering in ignorance. So really, it's about rising to the occasion and taking a really deep diving look, Scorpio energy, into these realizations. All right, you guys. So this is the time. This is the time to really take the deep dive, to see, to experience profound realizations. As we navigate through the next several days with this new moon in Scorpio, this new super moon in Scorpio, set some intentions about how you want to go forward, about some of the realizations that you're having about yourself and the impact that that's having on you and the world around you, okay? All right, I hope this reading resonated, you guys. Thank you for watching my channel. If you like the content I'm creating, please give me a thumbs up. I hope that the rest of your day is powerful, and I wish you well on the rest of the journey. I'll see you in the next video.